Welcome to the Aramark Occupational Safety Training Workplace Hazards. But before we go any further, there are a few things you need to know. Let's find out how we can ensure we have a safe environment. To identify workplace hazards, you must understand the most common types of injuries at Aramark. These are burns, slips, trips, and falls, cuts, and strains and sprains. Burns are a result of skin exposure due to a heat source or flame. Receiving a burn while on the job can do more than injure you. Your reaction to that burn may also create an additional risk for yourself, a coworker, or a customer. It can result in difficulty performing tasks at work or at home, and possibly risk infection, negatively affecting your health. The number one cause of burns is hot oil from placing food into deep fryers. Steam escaping from kettles or steamers also have the potential to cause severe burns. Employees are at risk of being burned while carrying or picking up hot plates from under a heat lamp, putting food items into or removing them from a hot oven. Burns are one of the most prevalent injuries in our workplace, but can be easily prevented. Do not operate equipment without proper training. Identify and familiarize yourself with hot equipment, how it operates, and safe practices. Always be aware of your surroundings, including blind corners in kitchens, production, or boiler HVAC areas. Work at a safe pace and use carts to transport hot food and equipment. Wear personal protective equipment and stop coworkers when they aren't wearing personal protective equipment or are working in an unsafe manner. Remember, good housekeeping in the kitchen or closet may prevent a burn injury from happening to you or your coworkers. Refer to the Aramark Safe Portal for applicable safe briefs and job aids on preventing burns. Slips, trips, and falls result from the unintended or unexpected change in contact between your feet and the ground or walking surface. This can be a result of uneven, irregular surfaces or steps, general clutter, wet areas, and/or debris on the floor. Slips, trips, and falls can be prevented, but require a commitment to safety. Good housekeeping, quality walking surfaces, proper footwear, and appropriate pace of walking are critical for preventing accidents. Ensure a clean workspace and replace items as soon as you are done with them. Be aware of your surroundings and wear proper footwear. Clean all spills immediately and clearly mark wet areas. Refer to the Aramark Safe Portal for applicable safe briefs and job aids on preventing slips, trips, and falls. Cuts are the result of a tear or puncture through the skin which may cause bleeding. The causes are varied, but can occur from congested work areas, rushing through a task, using shortcuts, a general lack of communication or training, drowsiness, fatigue, or stress, using the wrong tool for the job, and not wearing personal protective equipment. Like many injuries, cuts can be prevented. You can prevent cuts by training in knife handling skills. Avoid the use of damaged equipment. Always use the proper knife or tool for the task. Inspect knives and equipment for damage before each use. Use knife scabbards to store knives. Use cut-resistant gloves. Focus on the task at hand, and practice good housekeeping. Refer to the Aramark Safe Portal for applicable safe briefs and job aids on preventing cuts. Strains and sprains are one of the common types of work-related injuries. Strains and sprains can arise from repetitive movements, such as mopping, hammering, or climbing stairs, overexertion from lifting items that are too heavy for you to safely handle, and poor lifting techniques, for example, lifting with your back instead of your legs. Understanding the differences between strains and sprains can be helpful in preventing these types of injuries. Strains affect either muscle or tendon, which is the tissue that connects muscle to bone. Causes of strains include the twisting or pulling of the muscle or tendon. The back is the most commonly affected area, with symptoms such as pain, limited motion, muscle spasms, and/or muscle weakness. Sprains, on the other hand, affect ligaments, which are the tissue that connects bone to bone. Causes of sprains include a fall, sudden twist, or blow that forces a joint out of its normal position. Commonly affected areas include the ankle and knee, with symptoms ranging from pain and swelling to loss of joint movement, bruising, and instability. Strains and sprains can be prevented by avoiding to move or lift any object that you cannot easily handle. Break down large loads into smaller loads, or use a mechanical lifting device, or lift the object with the aid of a coworker. Ensure that equipment works properly to prevent unnecessary strain. For example, if the wheels on carts are not properly aligned, they could cause strain to your arms, shoulders, and back. Do not bend or reach upward unnecessarily, and put as much work as you can at waist level. Watch where you are walking, looking out for debris and clutter, clearing the path before you walk. Change your body position frequently to reduce strain on any one particular part of the body. Adjust working heights to avoid slumping or reaching and reducing chronic strain. Warm muscles up first, and do not rush into any job with cold muscles. Refer to the Aramark Safe Portal for applicable safe briefs and job aids on preventing strains and sprains. Follow this logic before handling any materials. Must the load be moved? If yes, then must it be lifted? If yes, then is the load too heavy? If yes, then can it be moved mechanically? If no, then can assistance be gained? If no, then can the load be reduced, divided, or moved with a shorter path? If no, then if at the end of these questions you still must lift the boxes, make sure you use correct lifting techniques and do not lift beyond your ability. We have explored workplace hazards, health and safety practices, the most common types of injuries at Aramark, and incident-preventing behaviors. We pledge to work together on creating a safe and healthy workplace, moving us closer to Target Zero, no harm to people or the environment.